Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be doing a leg and back stretching routine, so let's get started. First off, we're going to go into a warm-up seal stretch. Now for the next stretch, we're going to go back and forth between your seal stretch and your child's pose. Now on your last child's pose, go back into your seal stretch and try to arch back even further to get an even deeper stretch in your back. Now for the next stretch, we're going to go back into your child's pose just to relax your spine a bit because it might be a bit tense after all that stretching. For the first stretch, go on your hands and knees and try to lift up one of your legs as high as you can without bending it, and this should give you a really good back stretch and leg stretch. We are going to repeat that same pose on your other leg. For the next stretch, go on your stomach and try to lift your legs up as high as you can. For your next stretch, put both of your hands behind your back and try to lift your chest up as high as you can for a deep back stretch. For your next pose, we're going to go into a knee bridge. All you want to do is go on your knees and arch back. For this stretch, we are simply going to go into a bridge, and if possible, try to straighten out your legs as much as possible. Let's take a quick break so your head doesn't get sore from being upside down for too long. For your next stretch, stay lying on your back and try to push your hips upward. Now you can again go back into your bridge, but this time try to rock back and forth if you can. Now go back down and let's take a break. We are now going to move on to leg flexibility, starting with a lunge. If you want to, you can try to keep your hands off the ground while doing this to make it even harder. Staying in your lunge, try to get as low onto the floor as you possibly can for a very deep oversplit stretch. Next, we're going to go into a backwards lunge and try to keep your foot pointed. For the next stretch, we're going to go into a pigeon pose. Next, we're going to repeat all of those stretches on your other side, starting with the lunge. Try to keep your hands off the ground. Try to get your hands or maybe even your elbows on the ground. Go into your backwards lunge. And you can go into your pigeon pose. Now you can try to go into as deep of a split as you can. It's totally fine if you can't do a full split, just go as far as you can. Now we're going to somewhat repeat that stretch by going into a middle split. Again, it's totally fine if you can't do a full middle split, just go as far as you can. Now go into the split on the leg you didn't do earlier. Next, we're going to go into a downward dog. For me personally, this is one of the best leg stretches ever. Staying in your downward dog, bend both of your legs one at a time for a very deep leg stretch. Well done for completing this whole stretch routine. I challenge you to do all these stretches for the rest of summer and see how much your flexibility can improve. See you in the next one, everyone. Bye!